Welcome everyone to season 4 of the Pokemon Tournament. Finally, we're here. I know it was a long wait for everyone, but there was stuff that we needed to get out of the way. Finally, we're here, and I'm joined by a lovely panel, 6 of our most powerful trainers, dare I say. And yeah, we know that last season was by far, I don't want to sound biased, but it was by far the best season we've had so far. And I'm out here hoping that with a bigger and expanded format and with all of the production behind this, that this can be even better. I don't want to spend long on introductions, but is there anything that anyone wants to say before we begin with the draft?
Bring it on.
Bring it on.
What a season last season was, and I'm not sure how we're going to top it this season, but I know it's going to happen. So bring it on.
Definitely. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We have some of our competitors here already. LA Bongo, Ayush, Juliana as well. Mr. Green, who's been following the streams for a while. Willow, also one of our new coming members out here. Macarons, Michael as well, gonna be joining the tournament. The music was fire. I hope you guys enjoyed the intro video. We also have Steve here in the chat. So we have a lot of people already coming in here for the draft. So I guess there's not really much else to do. We're going to jump right into it. We have to first determine the order that we're going to draft the Pokemon in. And I think that part is already going to be super important. We also have AL, who is one of our returning champions. This is going to be a season where all 3 champions, Doodle, AL, and myself, are going to be present. So it's going to be extremely competitive, if you ask me. I'm going to have here the... So for the draft order, because I don't want to spin the wheel 16 times, we're going to use this other website that I have over here. As you can see over here, I already have all of the 16 names over here, and it's going to spit them out in the order that we are going to draft in. We're going to use the wheel later for the group stage draw, but that's going to be later down the line once everyone already has all of their Pokemon. For now, we have to figure out who is going to have the first pick and what is going to be the rest of the order. How is it going to look like? So here we have it. The order is going to go Doodle, Seb, AL, Ayush, Psychic, Eli Bongo, Willow, Slither, Sabutian, Mike, Rank, Juliana, Steve, Spectre, Titanes, and Mats.
Bro, Mats, we got done dirty, mate. We got done.
I mean, I get 2 picks, so there's a silver lining.
Definitely. I'm going to have to copy and paste this somewhere so that I can actually get it on. Let me see. So while I do this, does anyone have any thoughts? Are you happy with the draft order? Unhappy? I know that probably picking last is seen as a bit of a detriment, but you do get to pick twice, and then you get, because it's snake system, it goes back to you afterwards very soon. Any thoughts?
I think like the closer you are to like an extreme end of the draft, the better position that you have. So I'd say like anywhere between the middle, those are some of the more unfortunate positions, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, me picking in 11th, I'm not really happy with that, but I guess it's still potential for some of the other picks being available. For now, I'm going to be showing the spreadsheet so that we already have the order available to everyone. And of course, if you're a participant, you can use the spreadsheet to know which your picks are going to be. For now, I guess we have no other option but to start. Doodle is going to have the first pick.
He is not in the chat. GG will be covering for him.
Right, Gigi had Doodle's pick. So if Gigi is here in the chat, I'm going to give him a minute to kind of select for him.
It's the I think from last season there was, for the draft there was, I think, 1 minute for each person to pick. Is that the same for this time?
Yeah, I'm gonna give Gigi a minute starting now. I did ping him on Discord just in case.
Okay, he also sent it to AD.
Okay, fair enough. Just need to know what the first pick. Doodle gets to pick literally anything, so we're gonna have to see what he comes up with. So
He said it. Katana.
AD Kartana. Kartana is gonna be the first pick out here for Doodle. Already a very
Alright.
good,
Straight away,
strong
Ultra Beast.
Pokemon. Ultra Beast. Right away, one of our new additions to the lineup. Seb, you have the second pick.
Salamence.
Ooh,
Oh,
Salamence right away.
good pick.
Next, we go over to AL. I gotta say, 3 very strong players getting the first picks is
Yeah.
incredible because they get to use the advantage of getting these first few picks in. It's gonna be crazy.
AF has his backstage.
Yeah, let me put Eli on the back for a bit. AL, one
Capulele.
command.
Welcome.
I would choose Capulele.
Capulele.
Tapulele,
Oh,
one of the Tapus.
Already.
Psychic type. Very, very strong.
Now Ayush.
Yeah, we go over to Ayush.
He's in the chat, I believe.
He is in the chat. Let's see what he decides to go for. This is the Kartana pick that we were talking about earlier. Ayush
Volcarona.
goes for Volcarona.
oh, wow.
Heartbreak for Doodle.
Outbreak for Doodle. Although Doodle did say that it wasn't his favorite Pokemon, but it's
It was
still
one of.
one of his favorites. Over to Psychic. Have we seen Psychic around?
Yes, we
I
have
think it's
Green.
Mr. Green
Psychic.
on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Green is Psychic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Azumarill, right away.
Good pick.
All reliable.
All reliable Azumarill. So let me put AL on the background because it's turn for Eli Bongo. What's gonna be your pick?
The GOAT Porygon.
Of course.
Of course, it had to be. Porygon 2 returns. We saw it in the trailer, and now it's making a reappearance here. And yeah, all reliable. We're gonna go over to Willow, a personal friend of mine, joining the tournament for the first time. We're gonna have to see what his first pick is gonna be.
Is he Macaronis?
No, it's Willow Rush in
No.
the chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
no.
Okay.
Okay.
My bad.
Magierna right away.
Yeah, no.
We allowed that. Okay, that's crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's in the spreadsheet. It's definitely allowed. Has to go for it. Slither. Is
We
Slither
have not-
present?
We haven't. Oh, yeah, he's not present. No. Either AD or GG will have to come.
All right. AD or GG will have to let me know if Slither has sent you your picks.
Are either of them in the chat?
AD is.
AD
Okay,
is. I haven't seen GG, but just in case, Spectre has done already in pinging
GG
them
says
in
he's got
Discord.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna check it on the Discord.
AD has not received from Sida.
Yeah, Gigi says he got it. Yes.
Yes. Yes, it is GG.
So let's see.
July score.
Let's see. Let's score.
Live score
Okay.
already. Yeah.
Same as last season.
And that's
Famous
valid,
last
valid.
season for Slither. We saw that he was already hinting at using him again. So another all reliable. Sabutian overall.
Have we not seen? I don't think we've seen him in the chat so far.
I don't think it's in.
He was present in the Discord like 2 seconds
He was-
ago, and he did react to the message.
Mimikyu.
Oh, Macaronis?
Is he Macaronis?
Apparently.
You're Macaronis?
Sabutian all
Okay.
right away going for the Mimikyu.
Ooh, very
Strong
good.
pick. Strong pick.
Now Michael.
Over to Mike. Very interested for this pick because we've not seen much from Michael. Obviously,
Yeah.
first time here in the tournament, and we haven't heard much from him and his takes on Pokemon. So we'll have to see what the first pick is going to be for Michael.
Zapdos.
Football right away with the Zapdos.
Very-
Another very old, reliable one.
Yeah, very interesting pick for the first one.
Mhm.
Now yourself. I think we all know who this is.
Myself, yeah.
And Gigi is picking for Savo-chan for the rest of the draft. He says he's at work. He doesn't pick
Mhm.
himself.
So considering that I am wearing the superior shirt, you would expect me to pick my favorite Pokemon, but right away I need to go ahead and snipe that Clefable out of everyone.
Ooh.
Damn.
Fair enough.
So that's gonna be my pick. We go over to Juliana. Again, another person who's taking part in the tournament for the first time. And yeah, there's obviously expectations.
Mew.
Practicing. Mew, amazing pick, very versatile.
That was one of my picks, actually.
Over to Steve,
Steve.
who was here in the YouTube chat as well. Saw him early on. Let's see, what does Steve go for? His Salamence has already been taken out, but there are many picks that he's used last season that he could maybe try to run back, or there are something that he
Clefable
has
is
again.
already
I
taken.
have just taken Clefable, so you have to go for
That's
something else,
unfortunate.
Steve. Yeah, I took Clefable like literally 2 turns ago. That's the disadvantage of picking second. Obviously, a lot of the power picks will already be taken. I'm gonna give you a minute to come up with another pick, or else we're gonna go over to someone else. Latios is gonna be the pick for Steve.
Okay.
Good pick. Spectre.
Yeah, over
Carajo,
to Spectre.
Carajo, me lo bate. Ay. Okay, let's see. My first pick, I'll take Dragonite.
Okay.
Dragonite.
Oh,
Yeah, another
thank God.
Dragon type snipe.
Okay.
Titaness.
We know what you're taking already. I was wondering if I should do it just for the last, but I knew I would have no use for it.
So we are
know what's
seeing the
going.
return of Gekkoga. Greninja is back.
Alright.
Greninja is so back. We saw it in the trailer how important it was for you last season. We see it back again. Over to Mats for 2 picks.
2 picks.
I'm gonna take no chances, so I'm gonna bring the Ronaldo and Pepe of my group last season, Infernape and Slowking.
Ooh.
Fernip and Slowking
Alright.
returning once again to Team Mats. Fair enough. Amazing picks for him last season. Back to Titaness for yet
I
another
have to get him while he's still available. He won't be available for much longer. Give me my Cynthia. Give me Garchomp.
Garchomp. Wait, again, the top goal scorer of last season makes again his appearance. We're
Killing
gonna
Mbappe.
see very similar picks already. Yeah, the second pick is
The second
reversed.
pick is Snake Draft.
So it's
Yes.
snake system, so that it's fair for those who were picking last. So that means that it's back to Spectre now.
Alright, let's see. And with this pick, I'll be taking the demon. It will be a demon here. You will be scared. You will have nightmares about this. Jirachi.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
The Jirachi, we're going for the
Flinch.
flinch strats once again. Steve tried to do that last season. Speaking of Steve, it's your turn to pick again. But yeah, we saw many flinch strategies. We saw Jirachi with Serene Grace. We saw Togekiss with Serene Grace over on Titaness. Took him all the way to the final. So we're gonna have to see if that in the hands of Spectre is gonna carry on even better. We'll wait for 1 minute for Steve to make his second pick. But I gotta say, I'm already very happy with how swiftly the draft is moving.
Yes.
I want to thank everyone who's present. I didn't expect us to have so many people here. I believe we're only missing 2 people from 16, which is incredible. So I thank everyone for their commitment to the tournament and for being here to make this as swift as possible. Steve is yet to send his pick. We're going to give him a few more seconds. And if not, we're going to have to skip him for now. All right. I think we've given Steve enough time, but if he ends up sending his pick later on, we'll go back to him. For now, we'll skip over to Juliana once again for their second pick after they picked Mew. Let's see what they decide to go for.
Tapu Koko.
Strong one, very strong one.
Very
Another
strong.
of the Tapus.
Damn.
Setting up the electric terrain super fast as well. Yeah, gonna be a threat. My turn again. I have a lot of options here available from what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lock in one of my old reliables from last season, the Landorus Syrian. Over to Mike. Let's see what Mike chooses as his second option. Chansey
And
going for that stall. Those bulky boys, big in front. We move over to Sabutian, who I believe has given his picks to Gigi, right?
yeah, whichever one shows up first.
Mm-hmm. No, AL. Sandstorm was on Raikou. That's a big misunderstanding. Chelsea had Rage.
PV.
Porygon C. So
Wait,
the
what?
brother of Porygon 2, the older
Oh.
brother, showing up. I believe he was also drafted last season
Yes,
as well.
he was.
Yep.
Very, very, very strong one. Very, very strong.
Leader.
Yeah, back to Slither. Slither had given his picks to Gigi and so on. So we're going to ask Gigi, what is the second pick for Slither? Blissey. Okay. So Chansey gets taken, Blissey gets taken. The bulky normal types out of the way right away. Go over to Willow for his second pick. Como, yet another one of our picks, the new dragon type of this generation, has some strong moves. It's going to be the pick for Willow. Eli Bongo, what is the second pick?
Give me Meloetta again.
Meloetta once again.
Oh. Psychic.
Psychic. Yup. You told me it was Mr. Green, right?
Yes.
My second pick for Psychic then. Mamoswine, part of Team Mats last season, has moved over to Team Psychic. As we go over to Ayush for his second pick.
Weavile.
They've already taken the Volcarona and now they're taking the Weavile. Strong
Weavile
Dark
stolen
type.
from Max.
Yep.
The turn for AL, who is on the background. So Cham.
Holucha.
Halucha.
Olucha.
Nice one.
Long pick. Seb, what is the second pick?
Zera Aura.
Zerora. Oh,
Zera
Good
Aura.
very good Pokemon.
Another strong electric type. Over to Doodle, who has to pick twice. And I believe AD had those picks. So AD, we need 2 picks for Doodle. A lot of Pokemon have already been drafted, but we'll see if he had covered for that with these next 2 picks. Both Greninja and Garchomp have both been taken by Titaness, so we need 2 other picks.
Oh my god, he had Greninja on his list. Oh my god.
He actually wrote down the exact 2 Pokemon you have, the only 2. Doodle wanted that so bad. we're gonna
Dude,
need 2 new picks,
patterns.
AD.
Yeah, I'm lucky that I got picked last time. Going to last.
Don't worry, everyone wanted Garchomp, don't worry. Salamence has already been taken. Toxapex is still available, so I'll give you
no.
Toxapex,
That was one of mine.
but we need someone else. AD.
Oh my goodness.
Weavile has also been taken. AD, I don't know, maybe the screen is like too small, but yeah, Weavile has also been taken.
Steve is
Steve.
back, and he
Oh,
says
like-
he wants some Togekiss. The Fable is also taken.
I've also taken Clefable, AD. I don't know if you can actually read the Pokemon because it may be a bit too small from this angle. I just wanted to show everyone in one screen, but like
Link to, he wants the link to the spreadsheet. I'll give that to him.
let's see if I can make this so everyone can.
Yeah, AD, I've sent you the spreadsheet link in DMs.
So do we give Steve the Togekiss, or I guess we have to.
Yeah, because he came back in time and was picked. We retrofit it then.
It wasn't picked before he disappeared, so we'll just give him the Togekiss right away. So he couldn't get the flinch struts again with the Jirachi, but he's getting them with the Togekiss again. So we're gonna give another minute for AD to make the last pick for Doodle, and then we are gonna move back to Seb. But yeah, this is what happens when you're on the other end of when you pick first, it goes, all of the Pokemon go by and you don't get
Hydreigon.
anyone. Hydreigon is going to be the final, the third pick for Doodle. All right. Now we go back to Seb for his third pick.
Nidoking.
Nidoking once again. He was there last season, was a thorn on everyone's side. AL, once again.
I've backed him for 2 tournaments. I'll choose Scissor again.
Scissor believing in the process once again.
That'll be interesting.
It's in like phase 10 by now. Ayush, third pick. Galvantula. Second bug type for him. This one with the webs, with the compound eyes, very, very strong. We saw him for Doodle. Psychic. Yeah, I mean, the dragon types they are so strong. They are gonna go away.
Whoa, are you sure?
Krogan?
I don't know. I don't think Krogan is in the spreadsheet even, but I'm guessing you mean Toxicroak, right?
Toxicroak. He's there.
Yeah.
I guess him.
Because Krogan, I did not type in the spreadsheet. I'm pretty sure about that.
Yeah, you did not. I just checked. It's Toxicroak.
Yeah, Toxicroak. Yeah.
I'm gonna write down Toxicroak.
Yeah, he meant Toxicroak.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna bring back Eli Bongo for his third pick.
Necrozma.
Oh no,
Necrozma.
dude! You're gonna give me PTSD, man.
Don't worry, it cannot go into.
He can't
its
ultra
full
burst.
form.
He can't ultra. He can go ultra.
He cannot.
Yeah, he
It's
can.
Space Necrozma. Willow, third pick. Already 2 very strong mons on his side. The Magirna, the Como. I'm not keeping track of the points so far, but remember that you have to stay under the
Starmie.
800 points budget. Starmie, one of the OGs, very fast, water type. Could
The
be
best
very
rapid
strong.
spinner.
Good rapid
Little.
spinner as well. Yeah.
So on GG.
Yeah. GG, we're going to need a pick for Slither. Lucario.
Ooh,
Okay.
good Pokemon.
Uh-huh. Sabutian.
AKA Macaronis.
Mm-hmm. Macronus, who was having a bit of a breakdown because there are not enough dragon types in the game.
There are still some options.
There are still some options. Last time around, Seb ran around with Altaria.
Regice.
Regice decides to, if you cannot join the dragons, just fight them with ice.
That's still not a good Pokemon, though, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Over to Mike for his third pick. Mike is already setting up with a very bulky core with the Zapdos and the Chansey. I have to see how this continues. The Toxapex has already been taken. That was one of the main question marks. We saw how it terrorized singles with how bulky it is. Blacephalon, another of the Ultra Beasts, now going all in for the damage. It's back to me. I'm going to go ahead and take B-Sharp.
Ooh.
Oh.
And it's Juliana's turn.
Articuno.
All right, yeah. That is a legendary that is worth 40 points.
I don't think
they're right about that.
Okay.
It's going to be a pick, and now it's back to Steve.
Steve.
Already given Latios and Togekiss.
Two very good Pokemon.
Gotta tell you, very strong draft so far. Like, there are not gonna be any easy teams, and we're gonna have to see how this plays out afterwards.
Snipe.
The snake.
Oh.
I'm not gonna let this go unnoticed, so you know that. Serperior, my favorite Pokemon, gets sniped.
To be
Reigning
fair,
tournament champion.
To be fair, Rank, you had 3 picks.
I had 3 picks.
Let's go and grab Florges.
Florges, another one of
my
my
god,
champions.
everyone's sniping ranks.
Yep. I mean, they want the best of the best. Titaness.
Okay. I'm actually very happy no one picked this because I need some bulk in my team. I'm very happy with this Pokemon. Celesteela.
Celesteela. The bulkiest of the Ultra Beasts. Matt, 2 picks for you.
Latias.
Ooh.
And Empoleon.
Latias and Empoleon.
2 Gen 4 starters. Again.
Once again. Back to Titaness then.
I'm liking how this is going so far. Let's do this. Sylveon
sniped away from Eli Bongo.
Let's grab a Nidoqueen.
Nidoking has already been taken, so we go for the Queen now. Back to Steel after he sniped that Serperior. To be fair, you had a chance to pick a dragon last time around and you went for the Regice. I respect the pick, but there's no complaining now. You have to adapt on the fly.
Yep.
Let's see what Steve goes for after the Serperior. All right. We're giving Steve 1 minute to make his pick. Otherwise, we are skipping over to Juliana. So let's wait on that. But so far, it's been going very smooth. We're 30 minutes into this stream, and we are almost halfway done. This is like very good pace, I would say. Registeel is going to be the pick for Steve. And we go back to Juliana. Haxorus, yet another dragon type taken here. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and draft the goodest of the boys, Arcanine.
Ooh.
Cool.
And now
Curse
it's-
us.
Intimidating lineup.
Mike's turn. Avalog, very tanky ice type. Body press available to that. As we go over to Sabutian. Cobalion.
Ooh.
Strong steel fighting type, just like Lucario. Iron for Slither. I believe GG also has Slither speaks. It's like his signature pick at this point. If he makes it into the trailer for next season, Cobalion is going to be right up there. Talonflame. Very quick. We know that obviously Gale Winds is nerfed after Gen 6, but it's still a very strong pick. Very, very fast. Willow. Thunderous Incarnate. So more electric type damage coming
It's
your
basically,
way.
yeah, just thunder, yeah.
Yeah. It's like the base one. Eli Bongo, who I think it's right here.
Doublade.
Doublade. In the absence of Aegislash, we get the Baby Burn. Psychic. Bronzong. Yeah, the bulky steel types keep coming through. I think it's
They just picked
important.
Gastrodon.
Yeah. And Gastrodon. Strong pick. Stormdray. Only one weakness. Let me bring on AL for his fourth pick.
Alakazam.
Ooh.
Alakazam. More psychic type damage from Tapulele coming your way. Sev.
Alomomola.
Of course.
Back at it again. The Lomomola. And Doodle has 2 picks. Let's see if AD is here in the chat. I believe that you have the spreadsheet right now, so you can see just about all of the Pokemon that have been taken. We have a lot of picks because we have, 16 times 4 already. So a lot of
64 already off the board.
already 64 off the board. So like if you had a list with all of this in mind, I mean, unlucky for you. But we're gonna have to see what the 2 picks for Doodle are gonna be once AD sends those over in the chat. Doodle was saying that over on Discord that he did get number 1 pick the one time he's not on the stream. And something that I thought was quite funny that was that last season Mats was the first pick, and this season he's the very last. Milotic and Chandelure.
Ooh.
Not completing, there's still a grass type missing for that grass, water, fire color, but still Chandelure, lots of damage, and Milotic, very bulky water type. Stev.
Tangrowth.
Good pick.
Tangrowth. There is a bulky grass type. AL.
Wolfie's favorite, Incineroar.
Ah,
Incineroar. We're lucky this is not doubles.
yeah, we are very lucky.
And Incineroar, obviously, I believe that's not how you type it. Incineroar. There you go. Ayush. Curem. Space Curem. We don't have Kyurem black or white, but Kyurem is still a legendary that is available. Psychic. Salazzle.
Ooh.
An interesting pick. One of the new Pokemon added, and one of the few Pokemon that can actually poison opposing steel types with its ability, but also very quick and lots of both poison and fire type damage. It's Eli Bongo's turn, so hold on, let me bring him into the scene.
Get me Minior.
Minior.
Minior. Interesting pick. Willow. That's his 5th pick. Crocodile. It's going to be the pick.
Goodbye, my friend.
By my friend, indeed, one of the members of Team Titaness last season. We're going to go over to Slither for his 5th picks. Roserade.
Roserade. He loves Gen 4.
Loving Gen 4 right now, yeah. Sabutian. Tyranitar. The pick.
Ooh.
Remember that Sandstream is not available, so Tyranitar has to run that secondary ability, not able to set up the sand, but it's still obviously a strong Pokemon.
Pseudo legendary.
Mike. That's the next pick. By the way, thank you to everyone who's joining us. We have 11 people watching right now. Obviously, most of them are competitors. But still, thank you to everyone watching the stream. The Ragalji.
I
Yet
believe
another
you
Dragon time.
Just last time.
And that was my team last time.
So now it's my turn. What do you even go for from here? I'm gonna go ahead and lock in that Ferrothorn. Was in Doodle's teams last season.
Good pick.
Over to Juliana.
Venusaur.
Ooh.
Venusaur for Juliana.
It was good last season.
Yeah, it was. Steve. Next pick.
Steve actually has a very good team so far.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everyone has a good team. There are a few picks that I have question marks about.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we've seen. I mean, you Titaness, you know best. You made Mawel work and do some huge damage, so nothing to underestimate. Bottom Wash.
Good Pokemon, yeah. Good Pokemon.
Spectre.
As for me, I'll take Umbreon.
Umbreon.
My pick.
Second evolution pick about Kool-Aid.
So a fun fact, I actually had a brain fart. I should have picked it last time. I actually forgot to pick it because I was thinking so much. I lost my train of thought and I forgot to pick this Pokemon. But thank God it's still available. I'm taking back Azelf.
Azelf. Back at it again with Titaness. Over to Matt for his 5th and 6th pick.
Thunderous T.
Okay.
And Torterra.
Ooh, all three.
So all 3 starters come to the team.
We got all 3
As a matter of fact,
They're coming to the starting to go.
There's he has all 3 in the team.
Ayo.
Damn.
Oh boy.
He's a Sinnoh merchant. He's completed Exodia. So there's this rule that if you get all 3 Sinnoh starters, you win the tournament instantly. No.
Oh my goodness.
So, Titanes, your pick.
I'm actually very excited to use this Pokemon. I'm so glad he's not been picked. I'm very happy with my team so far. I'm really excited to use him. Zoroark.
Ooh, Zoroark. The illusion strats are gonna go crazy in this team. Excited about
All right,
that.
you know what? Well, let's go for Moltres.
Moltres.
Moltres?
Moltres. Moltres.
Moltres, I heard that right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Good legendary Pokemon as well. And now there's heavy duty boots, so you're not weak to the stealth rocks. Steve, 6th pick. The fact that Matt's got to secure all Sinnoh starters is crazy to me.
That's never happened.
That's never happened. That's a first in the Pokemon Tournament. We're 4 seasons in and nobody has shown such commitment. Not even to the Kanto starters. It was so easy to lock in Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, but we've seen here for the first time all 3 starters picks, and that is a very good Water, Fire, and Grass combo. Armaldo is going to be the pick for Steve. We saw Armaldo be used by Doodle before on a Rain Core. We'll have to see how he does without rain setting abilities. It's turn for Juliana.
Or maybe Julian will finish that course. He takes Charizard.
Maybe. Perhaps they listen to me. Only Blastoise left on the table from the Kanto starters. Now it's my turn.
But will you take it?
I don't think I'm taking the Blastoise, if I'm being honest. But I have to consider what the replacement could even be. I guess since its brother has already been taken, I'm gonna go over and lock in the Slowbro. So now it's Mike's turn.
Oh.
I gotta say, besides the Blacephalon, Mike's team is looking really bulky. Very bulky team so far for Mike.
Yeah.
Necrozma
Oh,
has
that's where you have
already been
Necrozma.
taken.
Already been taken.
Already taken Necrozma
Not a person wants to cause me PTSD.
from Eli Bongo, so we're gonna need another pick from Mike. It was out of sight, so maybe I'm trying to keep track of the spreadsheet.
Delmize. Very interesting.
Delmize, another one of the new additions to the roster.
I believe it's Grass Ghost, right?
It is Grass Ghost. It's the anchor Pokemon. It looks like a Steel type, but it's not. Sabutian has the next pick.
Ninja.
Who?
Shedinja.
Interesting. Gimmicky.
Obviously gimmicky, but that's probably the best you can do with the lower budget mons. Have something that fills a very specific role, but that can do that specific role very well. We have to go over to Slither for his 6th pick. Golork. I believe he used it last season as well.
Yep, he did. A lot of returning team Pokemon this season.
Yeah, for pretty much everyone. Willow as the next pick. Silvally.
Mini Jesus.
Mini Arceus coming right
Damn.
up.
Are you kidding?
Eli Bongo, your pick.
Okay. Galissopod.
Lysopod. Saw him from Guzma in the main game. That emergency exit, though, it's going to be a pain to deal with if you're using him. Psychic. That's the next pick.
Psychic has a very unique team so far.
He does, yeah. Both Eli Bongo and Psychic, I believe, have the most
Oh,
creative teams. Sceptile.
Sceptile.
I don't think it was gonna get back to you, but I just got sniped.
I mean, I think
Sceptile stepped away.
Matt already chose Torterra, so I don't think he was in his plans this time.
Ayush has to go for the 6th pick. Floatzel.
Ooh,
Sino represents once again.
a lot of love for Gen 4 here.
Yeah. Over to AL.
Among Us.
Ooh,
Sus.
very annoying Pokemon today. by the way.
Sev, your 6th pick.
Fortress.
Fortress from
Oh.
my winning team as well. And
He's
now we
back
need
with Seb.
2 picks for Doodle. We're going to ask.
Ooh,
Katie
just
to
came
tell
back
us.
online on Discord, so maybe he'll be able to join the YouTube chat.
Yeah, at end of the stream maybe.
We'll see if we actually get the presence of all 3 champions on the stream, or if we're going to be still relying on AD to make the picks for Doodle. We're going to give him 1 minute. Quagsire is available to return for Team Doodle once again. However, Among Us
Quagsire.
has already been picked.
It is worth noting,
So-
Doodle single-handedly made Quagsire from 40 points to 100 points.
Yeah. Kyurem is also taken. So we're going to need another one for the 7th pick. But yeah, Quagsire, I believe if Quagsire hasn't been in all 4 seasons in Doodle's team, it's been, I'm sure it's been on 3 out of 4. Like, it's insane how much the friendship between Quagsire and Doodle, that's why it was represented in the trailer that way. So we're going to need, since both Among Us and
I think Doodle
Kyurem were
said
taken,
Doodle said that his favorite Pokemon of all time, he wanted to pick it. I think it's Chandelure, I believe, because that is from Gen 5.
I believe it's Chandelure as well, yeah.
But he got
Heatran,
that
another
didn't he?
Pokemon.
Bruh, rank your team's being
Race
torn
too late
apart.
for a Heatran draft.
Yeah, my team got picked to shreds. It's like 2019 Ajax all over again. Sev, your 7th pick.
Miltank.
Oh my god.
Miltank. Go
I
again
think only
for
OG.
the
Gorbis.
Good.
Goris.
Very interesting.
Shell Smash action. Ayush, 7th pick. We're moving so fast. We're under the hour mark and we're almost done. So thank you very much to everyone who collaborated
It'll
here.
be done by like an hour 10, hour 15,
So I think we
depending
can
on
have
how like these
little,
last 2 picks go.
so I think we can leave a little more time for talking about the tournament.
Yeah. And I mean, I
Since we-
think it's better if we have the draft before and so we can talk about the picks afterwards. Passimian.
Ooh, Gen 8, I believe, right?
7.
No, Passimian is
Wait,
Gen
7.
7.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
Gen
since
7.
we're here, we have our tournament taking place in Argentina. Who are some of
Yes.
your favorite Argentinian footballers?
I think that's
Messi
the
Of
also-
course,
later.
there's Messi, Maradona, Mario Alberto Kempes, those 3 big winners of the World Cups.
Batistuta.
Mhm. Batistuta, underrated player.
Redondo.
My
Psychic-
personal favorite, Sergio Aguero.
Not for me, obviously.
not for a United fan, but yeah. Psychic has to pick the
Higuain, of
7th
course. Redondo.
Higuain. Wait, what?
pick. Excadrill is gonna be the pick.
He was close to me.
All right. Eli Bongo,
Juliana.
7th pick. People in school call me Julian Alvarez.
Juliana.
Mhm.
They call you
I don't
Enzo
know.
Fernandez. Aren't you a Chelsea fan?
That make more sense. No, but because of Juliana.
Juliana? Oh, that's fair.
All right. Eli Bongo, 7th pick.
I'm gonna choose Alolan Marowak.
Who?
Alolan Marowak.
Marowak. Ooh.
Not
I think it has
Marowak.
Mac with the K.
the rocket ability, right?
Yeah, it's like
I know it
rocket,
has
flare
Lightning
blitz.
Rod
Yes.
and
Lightning Rod and Cursed Body, I'm pretty sure.
okay. So Willow. Lightning Rod, it's very good having an electric immunity. We've seen so many electric types being drafted already. Let's see what Willow decides to go for as his 7th pick.
I believe electric is the only type in the game which only has one weakness.
Normal
Yeah.
as well.
No,
Yeah,
normal as
normal
well.
as well.
But it's not really a good competitive type.
In
Roselia, no,
Roselia, I'm pretty sure Roselia is not on the spreadsheet. Anything outside the spreadsheet is not
it's
allowed.
not allowed.
I mean,
No.
well, I mean, there's an NFE though. Like, so let's we're talking about like Uber's like Groudon and Kyogre. I mean, are we saying Roselia's at the same level as Kyogre?
No, but like
No, I'm just saying that what we did in the past was that we allowed everything that was picked outside of the spreadsheet to be worth 20 points, and that led some very silly draft strategies where you waste
Yeah.
all of your points and then you use 20 points on Pokemon that you would never bring. And so I
Yeah.
didn't want that to happen. Roselia is a valid pick because it has like good special attack. You can run the Eviolite on it. We're having a similar compensation about Sneasel. I just didn't think it would be Pokemon that would most people consider using. That was my bad. Roselia and Sneasel should have been allowed into the draft. That's on me. But yeah, the spreadsheet is not perfect. I'm the first one to admit it. But yeah,
But I think
those are the rules we're running with.
there are certain Pokemon which are very popular with Eviolites, which you have included, like Doublade and Chansey. So in my opinion, it's understandable.
Yeah, I think that Gligar is on the spreadsheet as well as another
Yeah.
Pokemon that can use the Eviolite. So Willow, we are gonna wait a bit longer for your 7th pick, and then we're gonna move on. Having 300 points for your last 3 Pokemon, that's pretty good because you can pick Pokemon worth
I mean,
100.
But a lot of the good ones are already gone.
A lot of the good ones are already gone. That is true.
Shaman.
Shaman
Uncle
is gonna
Shay
be the
Shay.
pick.
Keep in mind, I think does he know that it's the weaker version?
It's a ground form, yes. Shaman Sky is Uber's, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Slither. Sharpedo, running it back. Sharpedo had a pretty disappointing performance last
Yep.
season, not being able
Speed
to use
boost.
that Peace Boost, but
Much.
we know that it can be very strong and it can get out of control. Sabutian is going to be the next one to pick. Gotta say, Team Slither looking very reminiscent to what he did previously. We're going to have
Emboar.
Emboar.
Very weird choice.
Weird choice, but it's a strong Pokemon. Has very good offensive stats and a lot of HP. Going over to Mike for his 7th pick. Mike is looking at his team. He's in the kitchen. He's prepping something. I don't know what it is,
Yeah, bro.
but I'm interested to see.
I think he's going full Jose Mourinho.
He is going Jose Mourinho on us, I believe.
Parking the bus.
Parking the bus is
Better not
definitely
turn
a
out like
strategy.
Fernando.
Yeah, bro, Aggron. Steal time.
Aggron is going to be the pick.
He's making sure that bus stop is a fortress. Oh my god.
It better not turn out like Fernando Santos.
So let's see. For my next pick, what do I even need from the things that I've written out? To be fair, I'm pretty happy with everything I've got it so far, but I need to make sure I stay within the points. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in Scolipede.
Okay, yeah, speed boost. Yeah, good Pokemon. Yeah.
Oh.
Now we go over to Juliana.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, that's like over I think 13 people online right now in this spreadsheet.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who's active and participating. Manaphy,
Manaphy, good Pokemon. Yeah, very good Pokemon.
yeah,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised.
it caused a lot of chaos in Team Spectre last season.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's being picked so late.
It's a turn for Steve, his 7th pick.
Very interesting team he has.
I say a lot of scary ones. It's gonna be determined a lot in the draft. Not the draft, the draw afterwards, like what the matchups are gonna look like and who's gonna be happier in that regard. Victini.
Sniping.
Another one from Spectre. Just as Spectre is about to pick, both of his Pokemon last season gets taken away. So Spectre.
We're going to break the world record transfer fee. 250 million euros for Keldeo.
Oh,
Keldeo. That's the final piece of my team that was missing.
oh, bro. Officially, Ajax is.
Oh, well, you can't run that intro for the next stream.
No, I
I
can't.
guess so. No. Keldeo is like the Florian Beards of this universe right now. Like, transfer fees off the charts. Titanes.
Okay.
The public alert.
Okay, what should I do here? Okay, I'm gonna go for a Pokemon. I consider it a defensive. It doesn't have defensive stats, but it has no weaknesses. So I think it would be a good sort of defensive Pokemon to have. I'll go for Electros.
Electros.
No weaknesses.
No weakness until you get hit by that Mold Breaker Earthquake from Excadrill. Yeah. Mats, 2 picks for you.
Given that I'm on 580, I'm going to have to open up my budget a bit more. I'm going to pick the only 40 Pokemon that's not a water type on my list. Ditto.
Oh, Ditto was on my list. It's so good.
It's a gimmicky one.
And then one more.
Gengar.
Ooh,
Gengar,
the
strong.
original ghost type.
So, like, my reasoning behind Ditto, it's worth 40 points, but if you send it out and it transforms into a 120, it's like you have 120 points worth of Pokemon right there. So it's like very strong. Titanes, your pick?
I'll go for Malamar.
Malamar, contrary strats. Turns for Spectre once again.
Let's go with. Let me check. I need to check something real quick. Oh, okay. Don't worry, I'm still here. I'm just trying to see if I. Give me Liavani.
Livani.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
Turn for Steel. We know that Livani has access to Sticky Web, so that can be a pretty useful turn as well. Let's go. Let's see what Steve decides to go for. Well, Big did unironically pick Magikarp as one of these strategies of 20 points that we talked about in season 2. So Magikarp was picked. It was never brought to a game, which I was pretty disappointed about. Not even when Big was already eliminated. I thought maybe last game he brings Magikarp for the funnies, but no, it didn't happen.
And it would have been against another eliminated player, so it would have been a viable thing to do.
Vikavolt, another strong electric type. Right here. Juliana, second to last pick. We're coming down to the last few picks for all of these trainers. So let's see what Juliana decides to round his team with. Flygon is going to be the pick. And now it's my turn. And what do I even do with this pick? Because I've gotten most of what I wanted, and yet it feels like I'm missing something. Hmm.
I'm missing Superior.
Yeah, Serperior is not there, which is I'm very, very sad about. So I think I'm just gonna have to jump into the electric type.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to pick the Sandstorm Merchant Raikou.
By the way,
And
which one do we
Mhm.
put higher? Eviolite on Slowbro or Raikou, Sandstorm on Raikou? Which one is higher?
No, like Eviolite on Slowbro, if you don't know how Eviolite works, I can understand you making that mistake. But Sandstorm on Raikou just makes absolutely no sense.
And also
I was
because he used it with Thunder, even though it lowers its accuracy.
Sandstorm doesn't roll Thunder's accuracy. I thought it was just a sun.
All right, Mike, second to last pick. It's gonna be Shuriketry, another
Yep.
electric type,
How many Ultra
another
Beasts do we have
Ultra
left?
Beast. I don't know. We have Goslord, which I don't think anybody's gonna pick. We
Oh,
have
yeah.
Pheromosa, we have
Oh.
Buzzwole,
Yeah. I think that's it.
Savutian.
Oh, was Naganadel on the list? Oh, no.
No, not gonna those bad.
Okay.
Naganadalisman, Nihiligo is there. It's another Ultra Beast. Metagross was a pick I was
Ooh,
considering.
Why did he pick so late?
No, like some really good Pokemon are still out there. We need to look out. Slither as his next pick. Already wrapping up the draft for all of these trainers. Nidoking has already been picked. He's on Team 7 once again. So we're gonna need another pick for Slither. I hope that you all are keeping track of your points. I believe so far, looking at the teams, nobody looks to have too many 120s to make me worry that we're going over budget. But
Makes sense.
that is important. And remember that once the
Another
draft
thing
is
on-
over, you're allowed to make one change during the transfer window. Swampert is going to be the pick.
Oh, another thing on Eviolite on Slowbro, Steve thought Slowbro evolved to Slowking. He recently clarified that matter.
Yeah, that's why he thought it worked like that.
That's kind of fair to be fair.
Willow, second to last pick.
Pretty good team so far.
Quillfish, Intimidate. Hey, good for the low budget.
Yeah.
Eli Bongo, next pick.
Alolan Sandslash.
Alolan Sandslash. So yet another Alolan form. I wrote it with 2 S's. But...
And as long as no one
Psychic.
picks me.
Yeah, it has both spikes and toxic spikes. So it can be also setting up hazards as well as Intimidate. Pretty good. Let's see what Psychic decides to go for as his second to last pick. Jolteon, one of the electric types that was missing. And Ayush goes for Skarmory, which somehow has gone unnoticed the entire draft. Picked at the last second. Let me bring on AL for his second to last pick.
Tornadoes.
Which Tornadoes?
Therian.
Therian, okay. Both were available, but I needed to clarify. Stev.
Primeape.
Okay.
Primeape. Good Pokemon. Can use the Eviolite now that Annihilate is a thing. And now we have the 2 final picks for Doodle. He's going to be the first person to complete his team. I believe he has never joined the YouTube chat, so we're still relying on AD, I believe. But let's see what the final 2 picks for Doodle are going to be. To be the first person to complete his draft. And we're going to start wrapping off as we get closer and closer to the group stage draw No, yeah, it can. Like Primate on its own, it's already a decent mon, but it can use Eviolite. It's really strong.
Haxorus and Crobat.
So Haxorus has been taken, but Crobat
Crobat.
is available. So we're gonna give him Crobat. Strong flying type, poison, can set up Tailwind. A lot of things it can do, but we need another pick AD because Haxorus is already taken. And that will be every Pokemon picked for Doodle. Mandibus. Mandibus was on my list as well. It's gonna get taken away. And that is Team Doodle complete. And we go back to Seb, so he can complete his team.
Remember how some people only draft expensive Pokemon, so they're forced to pick useless garbage in the last round?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime.
Oh.
comes
Fairy
through.
type. Yeah.
And another Pokemon, no, Mr. Mime cannot use Eviolite because only the Galarian Mr. Mime evolves. But still, Fairy type, it can do something. AL, your final pick, champ.
How could I have a team without my goat, Kingdra?
There he goes. We saw it in the trailer. Kindra comes back. And that is Team AL complete. No, it's his dad, not the mom. Yeah, the father, yeah. It's Ash's father. Exactly. So Ayush, the final pick. I hope that everyone's checking their budget points, but yeah, Seb apparently is on exactly 800. I'm gonna be exactly on 800 after I'm done, as long as I get the pick that I want. Cyclosion, Gen 2 represents. Psychic for his final pick of the draft. Having 100 points remaining this late is a strategy because you can look at the strong Pokemon that are in the second tier already available and see what you can get. Sure, we'll give you a second. You have 1 minute to pick. We're doing pretty good on time. Like I was expecting us to be on the 2-hour mark by now, but considering how fast we've been moving, I'll give you your time to select that. We have some people who've already completed their teams. Doodle, Seb, AL, and Ayush. Drapion is available. The question mark is throwing me off. Like, do you actually want it, or like, if you want Drapion, yes, you can have it. It's available. I'll just write it down. We can move over to Eli Bongo, so he can have his final pick to round out the team.
Typhlosion.
It's just been picked, like 2 picks ago,
Oh.
literally. Roserade had already been taken, so yeah, you're getting Drapion.
Noivern.
Noivern. Yes, Noivern had gotten noticed. Knight as one of the last picks. Willow has to close out his team. No, listen, Typhlosion is innocent. Listen, not all Typhlosions. He's beating the allegations. Don't worry. Not all Typhlosions. Hashtag. Willow.
Hey, when you guys are done, check the Discord when we're done drafting.
Okay.
Okay. Smeargle.
Good pick.
Another low budget. Amazing pick. Able to use any move. Gosh. Spectre, that's comedy gold.
Yeah,
Yan
pull
Mega.
it up on the screen when we're done here.
Yan Mega. We were talking about Speed Boost. We were talking about Yan Mega, and he gets picked by his leader as his
He
final
loves Speed Boost.
Pokemon.
There's also
Yeah,
Tinted
Speed Boost.
Lens.
Yep. And Sabutian picks Yuxi.
Yuxi.
So the other Lake of Trio that is competitively viable, sorry, Mesprit,
No.
is picked. Mike, final pick for Michael Talks Football. That is like his legal name. It's on his ID.
Michael Mourinho.
Yeah, thank you so much. GG for your services. We will miss you this season. It was great having you last season, but
Hope
thank
we
you so
can
much
have
for
you.
the picks this stream. Zoroark has been taken by Titaness, so we need another one, Mike.
I'm sorry, I took your salmon letter.
It was literally like, the counter attack. Striker, rapid.
That's actually a good strategy though. Like have a team full of defensive Pokemon and then Zoroark to play mind games. That's actually brilliant.
I'm gonna see what the final pick for Mike is gonna be now that Zoroark is not on the table. Vaporeon, yet another evolution gets sniped away. Bulky water type. So yeah, it is Jose Mourinho at this point. So now for my pick, I believe I'm on 740. If I'm done my math right, that means I have my 60 pick, which is going to be Aselgor.
Ooh.
Big
Very
web.
Number 2, Juliana for their final pick. We're not bringing it
Wait,
up.
Paul.
Oh,
Hey guys, did you know?
No. We know nothing. We know nothing. We are unaware at this moment. We are like Quacksack. We are unaware of the situation.
To quote Mike, if I speak, I'll be in big trouble.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly.
Mike is just Mourinho at this point.
What was the final score of the game? 2-0 to Aston Villa.
Terrakion is in fact not picked, so that is an amazing pickup.
Oh yeah.
So
I think
Ugh.
Virizion always gets left out of all of them.
I mean, fair.
I mean, also Virizion isn't really that good though.
Steve,
For as good as it is.
final pick for Steve.
Yeah, they're very interesting team.
Goodra, yes.
Ooh,
With another
sweet
dragon
as
type. In a way. Spectre, final pick.
Okay, so I had to break the bank for Keldr Jr. to come over here to close it out. We're gonna get Dusk Noir.
No,
That's
dude, I was literally gonna pick him.
It was right there for Team Titaness once again to make his return. No, gets sniped away last second. We're on deadline day, quite literally. So like, it's fun to happen. Titaness, last pick.
I have to pick. I have to be careful now. Okay. Wait. I'm going through it right now. Do I go for it? Okay, I'll go for Rotom Fan.
Rotom Fan.
Spin. Let's see.
Flying type version of Rotom. Matt's final pick of the draft.
I've never drafted a fairy type, but that's going to change now. Granbull.
Oh
Rambo.
boy.
Who let the dog out?
Oh, by the way, I believe the transfer window will return, right? So if it will return, right? We can change one Pokemon after.
Yes, everyone is allowed one change to their squad. I'll announce that on the Discord server, so everyone who's not watching the stream is aware of that. Everyone is allowed one change, but we'll talk about that after the stream. For now, these are the teams. We have completed 144 Pokemon drafted in record time. So thank you so much to everyone who's been here for this. But now it's the moment of truth. I don't know. I'll let you guys
Wait,
speak.
hold on. Can you show that photo I put in the Discord?
Okay, hold up. Man, why you had to do it like that?
Yeah, it's not that funny.
It's a little silly.
Like come on, man.
Keldr Jr.
Keldr Jr. Shows up.
Who's meant to be in the top left?
It's the owner of PSG.
Suspect.
But who's the picture above?
That's my
the
Discord
PSG?
profile photo.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. All of the champions. I only got Lando T back. All of the other ones have been spread out into other teams. So now everyone, give your thoughts while I set up the wheel for the group stage draft.
Kartana
let's
is
see.
by far the Pokemon I feared the most. I don't even like playing it, but I thought about drafting it just to keep it off someone else.
Yeah, I mean, an Ultra Beast that can snowball out of control so quickly. I definitely see the fear in
And Doodle
Kartana.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the best trainers got it as well. So we're gonna have to see how he handles that. Let's see, Eli Bongo is showing one of his team members right now. There's Sceptile.
I really
his
wanted
appearance.
Skeptile so badly. But I guess he's not on my team, so.
It is what it is. Titanes, overall, very happy with your draft, right?
I mean, I'm a bit gutted about Dust Noir because I think I would have been like, I think it took Dust Noir being Snipe. I think it went from
Thank you.
10 out of 10 to probably like an 8 out of 10. But overall, I'm still pretty happy about my team. I might change Rotom Fan later, but apart from that, I'm very happy about my pick.
Fair enough. Spectre, you have a lot to prove. You have a chip on your shoulder after being knocked out in the group stage last tournament, but we know that you're a very good trainer. What do you think about your team?
Yeah, no, I think definitely compared to last season, it's a lot better. I feel like it's a lot more balanced. Still has like a much more defined core of what I want to use. I think especially because I missed the last draft, so I had to not really. I had to build in a lot more different way. But now I feel like I had a better plan. I had like a good idea how I want to do it. So I think I can definitely get out the group stage, and if I dare say, I can make a run all the way to the trophy.
It'll be exciting to see that, of course. Matt, once again returning for your 4th season as manager. What do you think about your team? You have the Sinnoh core in the Sinnoh starters.
Could I if it's allowed, could I make, because I was just going through the draft, could I make a switch on stream?
No.
That shouldn't be allowed. No, we're gonna end the stream and we're gonna open the transfer window right away. You can post your message on Discord right after the stream ends, but if there's been a mistake, we'll just all make our decisions after the stream is done. Mats, you were gonna speak on your team?
Yeah, I think the first 4 I got were very much ideal. But the 2 Ts I got were also effective picks, and on the latter third, I think I've picked the best options that were available on what was a 220 budget, and for what I listed. Just for clarity's sake, this is what I had to work with in terms of my preparation.
Damn. So yeah, someone did their homework, basically. I'm glad to see it. Love to see it. Love to see it, in fact. With that out of the way, right now, you were asking, when is the draw? Right now is the group stage draw. Here we have the pot 1. Obviously, I'm in pot 1, but it has been chosen that I was seated directly into Group A. And now we have AL, Titanes, and Eli Bongo as the other seats. We're going to go right ahead and see who lands in which group. Obviously, since there's going to be a quarterfinal draw, it doesn't really matter who would get seated where. Yeah, Eli Bongo is going to get seated into Group B right away. That leaves us with 2 trainers to see who gets into Group C and who gets into Group D. Again, there's a quarterfinal draw, so it doesn't really matter where you get placed, but we're going to see where this ends up going. We're going to have Titanes in Group C, and that means AL by this card goes into Group D. So there we have it.
Excellent.
So now it's where it gets interesting, because we have a very strong pool of pot 2 trainers: Seb, Doodle, Mats, and Spectre. Whoever gets drawn here is my opponent, and I'm very nervous about that. Who's gonna go into Group A against the reigning champion. Of course, it has to be. Doodle straight into Group A. And just for
A battle of
clarity's
champions.
sake, I'm gonna have Battle of the Champions right there. I'm gonna have here a random number generator to see what his seeding is. It's gonna be seed number 3 of Group A.
So if I
Doodle is gonna
remember it
be my
correctly,
second opponent.
and you get to play him in La Bombonera.
That is correct. That is correct. So Doodle is gonna be my second game. So now we have to see who goes into Group B against Eli Bongo.
Ooh,
Just about
Seb.
it's gonna be Seb.
Very interesting to say, actually.
Yeah, me too.
I think last season, I think both lost in the semifinals. But we got
Yeah, and we never encountered each other.
Yeah.
Let's see what seed is gonna be Seb. I believe
Three,
it landed on
3.
3 again because I clicked it.
3.
So yeah, it's Eli Bongo against Seb is gonna be once again the
I
second
really
match
want
day.
Mats.
Let me just make sure something. We have 2 fixtures against each of our opponents in the group stages, yeah?
Oh,
No, it's 1.
Just 1? Oh, wow.
Just 1.
World Cup that.
It's 3 games. Yeah. So let's see
All right.
who is Group C, who is Group D. This is to play against Titanes.
Yes. Looking
It's gonna
forward
be
to it.
Mats.
New challenge.
So it's gonna be Mats against
New
Titanes, and then Spectre against AL. It's a new matchup that we haven't seen.
Oh, boy.
So now
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to
we
that
have
one.
to. So let's see. This is for Mats seeding. Did he land
And
on
then
3
again,
again?
number 3.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I
So
think,
Mats is gonna be the second match day for
I think
Titanes, and then if we go for really what?
I think
This-
refresh it maybe. Refresh it.
no, that's a logical
Okay.
fallacy. It can be 3-4 times in a row, even if it's random.
Yeah, bro. That's
No, yeah. I'm gonna write it down, but that's crazy that it's been 4 times in a row on 3. But yeah, so we're gonna have the best matches on match day 2, if you ask me. Although we still have the pot 4, and we have a strong pot 4.
very strong.
So before we do that, we have to bring over our pot 3 participants. So pot 3 is gonna be Slither, Sabutian, Steve, and Psychic.
Ooh.
So the person who will land in Group A, it's already me and Doodle
Steve.
and Steve.
It's the OGs.
Shaping up to be the group of death.
It's the OGs in that group. So far, yeah. So we're gonna have to see. It's either 2 or 4 for Steve. See, I didn't click it that time. 4.
Four.
So Steve is gonna be my final opponent. Now I need to bring this into the scene again. I don't know why every time I come back into the scene from my camera, I need to refresh the wheel. Who goes into Group B? It's already Eli Bongo and Seb.
Sorry.
And now Psychic is going to join the party.
Ooh.
A Milan Derby in Argentina.
Milan derby.
It's going to happen, yeah. So let's see where Psychic ends up going. It landed on 4 again. So yeah. That's going to be Psychic as Eli Bongo's final game then. We have 2 more people in the pot 4. In pot 3, I mean. Slither and Sabutian, who goes into Group C.
Nice.
It's going to be close, but it's going to be Slither in the end.
I'm happy.
So it means that Slither will go with Titanes and Mats, while
I get to
Sabutian
face
goes
another
with
one
AL
of
and
my.
Spectre.
I get to face another one of my fellow compatriots, like last tournament.
Well, hey, it's
3 is already been drawn. No, not 3. Not 3. 2. First leader. So Titan's leader is the opening match of that group.
Ooh,
And then
just like
I have to draw one for Sabutian. 2 as well. So Sabutian against AL. The opening match of that group. So now onto the pot 4.
oh god,
We have to
just gonna be
see
rough.
how
I've
these
said
groups are gonna end up.
I've said this multiple
You were
times,
saying,
but I
Max?
want to see. Oh, yeah, I have said this multiple times on Discord, but because of the Sweden-Finland aspect, I want to see Seb vs Mike.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
We'll have
And
to see.
because
We
of the
have
YouTube
all
rivalry.
of the new
I mean, Mike
contestants.
only has a couple of more subs than me.
Oh yeah.
That
Plus
is true.
Liverpool, Man
That is true.
United.
Liverpool, Man United.
Wait, Seb, you're a Liverpool fan.
There's so much on
No, Seb's a Man United fan.
Mike supports Liverpool. So let's see who lands. We have all the new contestants are in group and pot 4. Mike, Juliana, Ayush, and Willow. I really don't want to see Willow here because I don't want to. I kind
It's
of want to
going to
avoid
be.
him.
Mike.
It's
So
gonna
no
be
derby.
Mike. No derby. But this
But still-
confirms that rank against Mike, it's the opening game
Oh
of the
damn,
tournament.
ooh.
bro, it'll be Pep Guardiola versus Jose Mourinho.
That looks like a group, but that's a group A.
Juliana.
It's looking tough. Juliana is gonna face Eli Bongo on the first game and join Seven Psychic in that group.
Interesting group.
I
Ayush
haven't
and Willow
battled
left.
any of them before.
Yes, I wanted that. Let's
is
do
gonna be
this.
a US.
Come on, an Indian derby.
Oh.
Let's do this.
It's gonna be Ayush.
That's Indian
It's
Derby,
gonna
yeah.
be the first opponent of Mats, and it's the final match save for Titanes. And that means that Willow slots right into Group D, and it's gonna be the first opponent of Spectre, joins Sabutian and AL as well in that group. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the group stage draw. Let me bring up this
God.
spreadsheet so we can see it on the screen while we talk about it. People, thoughts on your group so far? Let me come over to Seb first off.
Yeah, I like it. I talked about wanting to face Eli Bongo, and that happens. That was great because, as touched on before, we both reached the semis of the last tournament, but we never encountered each other. So I'm curious to see how this matchup is.
For sure. Willing to see that as well. Eli Bongo, have a response to that?
Damn, I'm really excited to play Seb Ball. I mean, like, as everyone said, this would probably be like third place match of the last tournament. Yeah, I'm just really playing.
Indeed. So, Titanes, looking over at your group, Slither, Mats, Ayush, what are your feelings?
I'm very happy with the group. I mean, Matt has become a pretty good friend of mine through Discord based on Pokemon conversations. So I'm very happy to get him. Very happy to get Slither as well. He was probably the first person who I kind of got to know from this Pokemon community, from the qualifiers. We've faced we've every time we've been seeded with each other, we've faced each other, and the opening day of the last for me the opening day of the last tournament as well was against him, so it's kind of a rivalry there. I think he wants to get revenge on me, so bring it on. And Ayush as well, I've heard he's on AEL's level. If so, he'll be very, very tough opponent to deal with, but at the end of the day, it's an Indian derby, so I couldn't ask for anything more really. So really happy with the group.
Indeed. And Mats, what is your response to that, this Group C that you have to tackle on now?
Yeah, well, The pot one opponents, they were all going to be about the same level, so didn't mind who I'd get. I'm happy with Slither, although I was happy with pretty much Motor Pot 3. Ayush is a scary one, but I'll be up for the challenge, and let's see how it goes.
For sure, for sure. It's going to be an exciting group. As well as Group D, we have AL, after not playing last season, returning to try and reclaim his glory. Champ, what are your thoughts on the group that you were seated in? Sabutian, Spectre, and Willow.
Very, very excited after seeing the groups. I've never played against all three of the opponents, and if I were to trust Rank's words, Willow would be a really hard opponent to face. Spectre, if he wasn't in the group of death, he would have qualified for the knockouts. And Savushian, I did predict him to qualify for the knockouts last season. So let's see what happens.
Indeed, indeed. Spectre, what are your thoughts in this group?
I'm not looking forward to playing any of these games. I know they'll have great entertainment value for everybody else, but not me, because it's just so stressful when you see all these great players, all these great teams. So it's really just kind of thinking about, like, these are all. It's not going to be easy to get out of this group, and hopefully, compared to last time, I think with the better team, I can go out there and make a top of there.
Indeed, indeed. We have a lot of messages in the chat that I was not touching on because we were drafting absolute cinema. Indeed, once again, for this tournament, it is going to be you against Spectre for the first time.
Yep.
Mike doesn't seem to be happy with his draw. If we were to replace it once again, it's against myself, Doodle, and Steve. That is a tough one.
I mean, yes. It is,
Let me say, there are two champions in that group. And Steve, it's already a surprise factor. He's drafted a pretty good team, but we'll have to see if Mike can probably be the Costa Rica of this tournament. Have to see. Juliana, I can't wait to face Seb. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting. We barely hit the 90-minute mark. Yeah, this was a very efficient draft and draw.
Yeah.
Very happy with how it played out. Thank you to everyone who participated in it. We're going to be opening the transfer window after this stream ends in a few minutes so that everyone can make the changes for the adjustments. I guess I haven't given my thoughts in the group. It's going to be very difficult. Going up against Doodle once again. Doodle is someone who has my number, honestly. We've faced 4 times. I only managed to beat him once. And so I think to prove against him. It's also going to be a battle of 2 champions, Season 1 and Season 3. So if I want to top the group, it's probably going to be important to beat him. And then Mike and Steve, they are surprise factors. And I have to be very careful, because it's only a one-off game, like in the World Cup. Because it's a one-off game, it's going to be so difficult. You have to be on your edge, any slip up, and you could be eliminated. So it's going to be very important for me to be on my A game coming into this group. But yeah, obviously the objective is to top the group or at least make it out and qualify for the quarterfinals and make it into those best of 3 sets. It will be very, very important. It's going to be it for my part. Does anyone have any closing thoughts before we wrap up?
Yes, I have 2. One, with Rank versus Mike being the opening game of the tournament, that's a recipe for record views, given the audience he has and the audience you're developing. And then another thing was, do you have the group fixtures laid out?
Yeah, I didn't see them either.
I'm working on that. Because it's already laid out because we did the random seating number so that we'll have that over here. But yeah, you can continue giving your
It'd be good
thoughts.
to see it before the stream ends.
Okay, yeah.
Mike is in the backstage, I think.
Mike is here?
Let me in.
Let him in. Let's see.
Let him talk.
Mike, are you here?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you can, McMahon. How are you?
Yeah, Rank. I'm screwed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucked on this tournament. The fact I'm going up against you and Doodle, two former champions, I'm basically going to have to be Saudi Arabia from 2022. And going up against an Argentine, we know how that ended. You're going to see some absolute Hervenard tactics going on in our game.
Hey, I'm waiting for it. I'm expecting the absolute worst in that game.
Now, my only goal in this group is to beat Steve. That's my only, because I know I got no chance against you two. Absolutely no chance. So my goal is to beat Steve, and that's it.
Hey, man, never write yourself off. Never write yourself off. I know it looks very tough from the get-go, but listen, if you can get one cheeky win, that's all you need in this tournament. It's a best of one, so it's all riding on that. And, yeah, very excited to have you on, obviously.
And Mike, I've noticed that you've kind of parked the bus with your team.
What do you want me to do, man? I can't do anything against Rank and Doodle. I can't do anything. They're much more experienced than me, so what do you do when you're not experienced? You have to play a little bit more defensive.
Fair enough, yeah. Obviously. Has to go for the strats that gives you the best chance of winning in that regard. But yeah, what are your thoughts overall on the team that you've drafted, and what was the thought process behind it?
To be honest, I haven't played Pokemon probably in 15 years. I'm going to be honest. So it took me about a week to revise everything on different characters. So I just went for the most simplest tactic of just going strong and then just surprise attacks. That's pretty much what I went with my tactic, because I'm not so evolved on all the characters at the moment. So that was just if for the first season of me involved, this is what I'm going to do. And probably in the second season, I'll throw in more surprises as I learn more about the game again. Because it's been 15 years, guys. I sold all my cards and everything for a lot of money, and I moved on for Pokemon. But thanks for inviting me, bro. This is going to be fun.
It is going to be a lot of fun. Great having you on. Spectre, do you have any closing thoughts before we look at what the fixtures are going to look like?
This will be cinema. And I'm glad that we're all going. This is going to be fun. It's going to be just a whole lot of fun. Probably not. I'm not going to have any fun until I start battling them, because I know building against all these great teams is going to be very difficult. But can't wait to face everybody. Can't wait to go out there and just ball out. Let's get it.
Of course. Mats, I know you already gave some closing thoughts, but overall expectations. You made the knockouts last time around.
Yeah, well, generally the goal is to go 0-1 better each time. I guess last season was an exception because I managed to do something that I hadn't do in the past. I mean, I've got a bit of a rough group, so the goal may be another knockout stage entrance, but I'll be also looking to go one better than what I did in the last two tournaments.
Definitely the case. So I'm wrapping up the fixtures here. Titanes, you made the final last time around. We met there. I'm guessing that you're going all in for this tournament.
Yeah, I'm going all in. I'm pretty happy with all my picks. I wasn't really happy with Tom Fan, but I think I'll get that fixed after stream and have a pretty good team. So yeah, going all in. I'm very happy with my group. I think I expect to top it. Then this time I'm gonna go all the way. Ash Ketchum in Gen 6 lost the finals, then won in Gen 7, so I'll be looking to replicate the same thing.
That's the spirit, yeah, definitely. I have to go for that kind of mentality. I have almost all of the fixtures here. Seb, do you have any thoughts on your team, the group? And I know that you have a lot of expectations of yourself. Last time around, you wanted to win the tournament. I'm guessing it's the same here.
Regarding the draft, I'm really pleased with that. I only had to resort to 2 backup picks, and both of them are effectively the same Pokemon as the first option. And performance-wise, semifinals are bare minimum for me. But of course, I want to go farther this time and reach the final and not be eliminated in the semis like in the 2 previous tournaments.
Yeah, there were two very strong performances. Keeping up that level is so difficult. That's being on top is hard, but staying on top is the difficult part. But obviously, Seb, very talented trainer and a lot to grow still. I guess I'm gonna show my screen while I end up revising the final few fixtures here. But you can already take a look. You were saying Mike and Rank beating like viewership records. It's taking place in the biggest stadium of this tournament, the Estadio Monumental of River Plate. So that already gives you like a perspective of the size of this tournament, where that opening game is taking place.
I'm also playing at that stadium. Oh well, we'll get there. Sorry.
We will. Spectre, your final opponent was Willow, so Willow is going to be here. And then Willow is going to be the home team right here. And he has to play the 30 with his Sabutian. Then we're going to have AL against Spectre right away there on match day 2. The group closes with AL against Willow.
Yeah, most of them.
And Spectre, I don't know how to type, against Sabutian. So these are the fixtures right here. So yeah, like I said, my opening match day against Mike in the Monumental is going to be huge. So Mats, first match against Ayush, while Titanes faces Slither. Eli Bongo against Juliana, Seb against Psychic, AL against Sabutian, Spectre against Willow. Spectre against Willow in La Bombonera. Exciting game. So these are overall the matches that we can expect over the first 3 weeks. And after that, it's on to the quarterfinals. So what are your thoughts overall, people? How are you seeing the landscape of it all?
Absolute cinema.
Indeed. My hands are up.
This is going to be a fun opening week. So they already have we don't have any derbies, but we still have top class teams facing top class players. So can't wait to see them.
If Willow is as good as I've heard, I think the biggest game of matchday 1 in terms of competitiveness is definitely Spectre against Willow.
Yeah.
I would be inclined to agree, yeah. That would be a really good one. Whew. I mean, next stream is going to be insane because it's the first time that we have this many people. We're going to have a whole 8 battles in the first stream next week to review. Some are going to be live, some are going to be replays, I suppose, but it's still going to be super exciting to cover all of them here for you guys. Again, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, on my end, those are my closing thoughts. It's going to be super interesting, super exciting. The tournament is as big as it's ever been, and I'm super happy about it. It's going to be exciting next week and see the preparations, the crazy tactics that everyone brings, and the surprises, the battles between the big trainers. Super excited about it. So yeah, bring it on. Thank you everyone who joined, by the way. It's been a pleasure to make this tournament a reality once again.
All right. See you guys.
See ya. What great stream.
Right. That's going to be it for us today. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to be here same time on Saturday, 12 EST for the stream once again and your 8 opening games. So bring it on. Thank you so much for joining. Peace out.